What's going on, guys? And thank you for tuning in to the MLS Cup playoff live stream. My beloved Seattle Sounders take on the Houston Dynamo at, I believe it's the Shell Energy, something or other. Anyways, they're in Houston tonight. And this is going to be an interesting matchup considering the aspects of, the Seattle attack. Tonight, they're going to be without Albert Rusnik, without Jordan Morris. We're going to get into that in just one moment. But before we do, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. Yeah, man, this is going to be a fun night tonight. I'm very much looking forward to this matchup because obviously Game 2, Seattle has an opportunity to handle business tonight. It's going to be an interesting. It's going to be an interesting matchup because again, no Albert Rusnik. He has been ruled out. Hip injury, or at least described as hip pain Friday in training. So he is out tonight. Jordan Morris obviously took a knock in the last match and didn't fully recover before tonight's lineups came out. So he is going to be out, which means Christian Roldan is going to be in at the 10, and Raul Ruidiaz will start up top tonight for the Seattle Sounders. And that's going to be an interesting aspect, just considering the playing time of Raul lately. So it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But outside of that, the good news is Obed Vargas makes his way back into the Sounders lineup. That's going to be a huge boon, especially when you consider the double pivot Schmetzer. I don't know why I can't say his name right now. Likes to employ. Using João Paulo as that deep line playmaker, I think that might pay some dividends tonight. We'll see. Last time we saw these two meet, Seattle had a hard time linking play through the middle of the field. Seemed to get caught on the touchline, so not a lot of play into the box. So we'll see how this one plays out. I'm curious to know if Pedro de la Vega is going to be stuck out on the touchline tonight. It almost seemed to mute his strengths this last game. He's a $7 million player, right? He's a DP. I would like to see him drift centrally, see if he can find some flair, find some creativity, because the Sounders are going to need it. This is not exactly a place where the Sounders historically tend to have a lot of success. Houston seems to be that one place where the Sounders just can't seem to find it. So this is going to be a big matchup. From the Houston aspect, their lineup starting 11 looks to be the same as we saw in Seattle. And for them, it's going to try to pierce Seattle's back line. Credit Seattle's defense because I thought they played well, very strong through the middle. Didn't give Houston a lot of breathing room. Every single time Houston tried to attack through the middle of the park, Seattle seemed to collapse on the ball, create interceptions, create turnovers, and we're off on the counter. So it's going to be interesting to see how Houston prepares for Seattle on this one. But I would probably imagine we're going to see a lot of what we saw in Game 1. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing went to a shootout. Although I hope it doesn't go to a shootout, but it is what it is. Starting lineups tonight for your Seattle Sounders, my Seattle Sounders, and everyone's Seattle Sounders. In goal tonight, it'll be Stefan Fry. No surprise. Newhue will be at left back. Jackson Reagan will be one of the two center back pairings tonight, followed by Yaimar. Alex Roldan will be on the right side. Obed Vargas and João Paulo make up the double pivot. Christian Roldan at the 10 tonight. De La Vega at wide out right. Rothrock will be off the left, and Raul Ruidiaz will be up top. I would love to see a Paul Rothrock banger tonight, but who knows? The Houston Dynamo starting 11 in goal will be Clark. Left back will be Escobar. Michael will be one of the center back paired with Sviatchenko. Dorsey will be out right. The holding midfielder for Houston will be Herrera. The two center mids are going to be Artur and Kolkevich. Bassi will be out right. Aliu out left, and Ponce up top. Again, very similar lineup to what we saw in Seattle a couple days ago. And I think, if you're asking me keys to victory tonight, I would probably think that Seattle needs to be a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? Asshole-ish. That's probably the word I'm looking for. They need to be less nice, more asshole. If they're going to consistently try to play through the middle of the park, that means every single 50-50 ball, they're going to have to be the first ones to it. Every 1v1 challenge, you're going to have to put pressure on Houston, continue to make them play your style of game. That was one of the things Seattle did well in the first game. But the problem is that I don't know, like it seemed weird every single time they tried to play through it. Their passing wasn't all that great, especially Pedro de la Vega. Especially in the counter, as soon as Houston turned the ball over the center of the park, De La Vega would turn upfield, and then it would either be so far on the outside shoulder to a point where the touch was so heavy that it didn't matter. There was no need to chase it, or he would put it on the inside shoulder to the outside shoulder of the defender. And then that ball would hit the feet and then trickle off somewhere else. And so, De La Vega didn't exactly have the greatest first game as far as passing wise. So that's going to be something that has to be cleaned up. But also, who's going to take charge? Who's going to take charge of the attack? Who's it going to be? Are they going to push João Paulo higher up the pitch? That's going to be something that is going to be huge, I think. Also, what role is Obed Vargas going to play tonight? Will Seattle kind of creep up that back line a little bit? I would probably suspect with one game in hand, they're going to try to go for the knockout punch tonight. I would probably assume that's something that Schmetzer has been telling his guys pretty much for the better part of the week, that this is, you want to knock Houston out early, as quick as you possibly can. The last thing you want to do is go to a shootout with this team. So maybe we might see a first half banger. Maybe we might see a few. I tend to doubt it, but you never know, man. Stranger things have happened. And I would probably think that Houston's probably going to have the exact same game plan as they had in game one, which wasn't necessarily a bad game plan. Their problem was they just couldn't execute. And they just didn't have enough, they didn't have enough courage. That seemed to play out quite well. So it's going to be a fun matchup. Tell me exactly how you guys feel about tonight's lineup. Just go ahead and drop it in the chats. Tell me what your guys' expectation is tonight for either Houston or Seattle. Who do you got? What is your predictions tonight? It's going to be fun as we are getting set for kickoff tonight. The Houston Dynamo, as we are getting pretty set. There we go. As we are getting set in Houston, I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about the Apple broadcasts. Don't get me wrong. This is probably the best thing that ever happened to Major League Soccer. I've always thought that this, depending on the level of productivity of Major League Soccer, meeting the talent level of Major League Soccer, I always thought that it would work on, I guess you would call it terrestrial TV. We saw for decades the low numbers when it came to MLS Cup playoffs. But that being said, this isn't MLS 2014, right? The level of talent in this league, the fact that this league has gotten so far younger, and you see it. You see it on the pitch that this is something completely different, and it's getting better. You would think that would translate a little bit better on terrestrial TV. I don't know, but Apple, there's something, I don't know. I don't know what to call it, man. There's something devious about Apple. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but it is the way that sports are going. Streaming is definitely going by way. Sports are definitely going by way of streaming. So I guess I shouldn't be like that old man on the lawn. Get off my lawn. That's unfortunate. That's how I am now. It's funny what 20 years will do, but it is what it is, man. I don't know. You know what bugs me? I'll tell you exactly what bugs me, man. Sasha Kleinschen bugs me, right? That dude just bugs me. The dude has rocked the same look for 20 years. He's doing it for clicks, man. The crazy shit that he says, he does it for clicks. And yeah, it bugs me. I don't know how you guys felt, but when he made that comment on uh, he made the comment about a week ago when he said that that the supporter shield had more weight, carried more significance than MLS Cup. And I thought that dude was either drunk or smoking weed, one of the two, because by saying that, essentially what you're saying is there's no need to watch the playoffs because the best part of the season had already happened, right? Lock it up, turn off the lights, and turn everything into a parking lot because the season's already over then, right? I mean, if supporter shield is that much more important, right? But there's this old saying, right, where it's like, show me somebody who favors supporter shield over MLS Cup, and I'll show you somebody who's never won the MLS Cup. And that's certainly true with Sasha Fleischmann, right? So, for those that feel that way, fair enough, right? It's hard to win the supporter shield. True. It's also hard to win Major League Soccer MLS Cup. 100%. It's harder to win MLS Cup. And we've seen supporter shield winners have phenomenal seasons and then get dumped out early in the playoffs. And I remind everyone, especially me, obviously I'm wearing the badge, 2014 when Seattle won the supporter shield. And unfortunately got dumped out early against Portland. So there's a reason why supporter shield winners don't necessarily have that success on winning the double. So in order for Miami to do it this year, in order for it to be legit, they would have to win MLS Cup, or else it's a lost season. You don't spend that type of money to win supporter shields or U.S. Open Cups or things like that. You do it to win MLS Cup, and you do it to win CONCACAF Champions Cup. Our continent's two biggest trophies. So we're getting pretty close now as we're getting close to kick. Oh, by the way, let's see. Yeah. So last night, our Minnesota dumped out Real Salt Lake in the first round. Yeah, that was an upset, man. That was a big upset. I think all of us expected Real Salt Lake to advance, but credit to Minnesota taking game one in the shootout, and then also taking yesterday's match. That was pretty good. Let's see if I can bring up those scores real quick, because there was a lot of action going on real quick as we're getting pretty close. But let's go to here we go. So the LA Galaxy also knocked out the Colorado Rapids, which was fine. I think we all saw that one coming. Colorado didn't finish off the season all that great, but whatever, man. It is what it is. I didn't see it as anything crazy. Colorado was pretty much outgunned when it came to the attack anyways. So it's going to be the winner of this one will take on LAFC, most likely. And Minnesota LA in the semis. Atlanta pushing Miami to the third game. That was a nice one. With Silva getting that goal in the 90+4. Orlando and Charlotte looks like they're going to a third. So congratulations, Charlotte, for taking game two. And Cincinnati NYCFC is going 3. NYCFC taking game 2, 3-1. And how about this one, man? This one, it looks like it's on the brink. The Red Bulls of New York took game 1-0, and right now they are up 2-1. And that would be an absolute shocker. An absolute shocker if they end up pulling that one off. God damn it. Would that be an absolute upset? Reigning MLS Cup champions. And I have some theories on that as well, too, because, when you look at the context of the last year and a half, how much football has Columbus played? You know what I mean? There is an argument to be made that Columbus has played a lot of football in the last year and a half. Throughout the 2023 season, making that deep run to MLS Cup, winning it. And then this year, CONCACAF Champions Cup, you had the Leagues Cup, that probably took a lot out of them. Of course, making that run this year. So yeah, man, a lot of football. I would probably assume these guys are gassed, running on fumes. But also, I don't want to take anything away from the New York Red Bulls, man. They're playing absolutely fantastic. At least right now they are. I thought with everybody else, it was cute that they extended their playoff streak of reaching the playoffs, which I believe is 15 years. And I thought that was, that's cute, but you get the reigning MLS Cup champions. So there it is. And that series is over, but I guess somebody forgot the memo. So congratulations. I don't want to do it yet. I don't want to say congratulations yet, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, wow. How about this one? I believe Columbus has equalized. I believe that is the case. Let me double check real quick. I think Columbus is equalized. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, so they're in the 90+9. So Christian Ramirez equalized in the 90+6. So we got just a few more minutes left in this one. Dante Vons here scored in the 64th minute. Emil Forsberg in the 80th. Maximilian Arsten in the 55th, and Christian Ramirez, like I just said, scored. So that thing is equalized. So there's a good chance this one goes into a shootout. So let's not get too crazy when it comes to Columbus yet, but we'll keep you informed as that one goes along. But paying attention right now to Seattle and the Houston Dynamo, as we are getting ever closer and closer. Fucking Apple TV. What's interesting is I was actually showing games, man. I was actually showing the games on the stream, and I'm going to do it on the Patreon. For those that are listening, there will be a Patreon, and I will show the actual broadcasts on the Patreon account. And then that way, you guys don't have to pay Apple TV. You could just pay me. Fees will be very, very low. We're talking like $2.25, maybe $2.50. Nothing fairly expensive. And then that way, you guys get to watch the game. There'll be analysis and all that good stuff. But mostly, it's just a way where, if you want to pay Apple, you can go ahead and pay for that season-long thing. I paid it so you don't have to, so we can matriculate over to the Patreon account. And that's the thing, man. I don't want to take advantage, but I thought it would be kind of cool to have it on the Patreon account. So definitely go to the you're going to have to go to the Twitter feed at Stateside Footy, and there will be some links to the Patreon account for you guys, so you guys know where to find it. And I will have a notice of the first match that I actually broadcast on the Patreon account. So there will be there. All you have to do is, subscribe to the Patreon, and there will be the broadcast. So that's going to be fun, man. I'm looking forward to that. That's the thing. All the live streams that I've done so far on the YouTube page have done incredibly well. About 500-ish. Some of them for the U.S. men's national team gets up upwards of 10,000. So those are going to be fun. But yeah, just a different option, because YouTube will, YouTube with their, privacy, privacy and what's the word I'm looking for? Copyright. That's the word I'm looking for. The copyright rules that they have to follow. Maybe I'm kind of old school, but I do feel like, if I pay for something, that tends to be mine. So if I pay for something, it is mine. I can choose or not to choose to stream it or show it to you guys. So it is what it is. So definitely watch out for that. on the old Twitter feed. So we are getting ready to go. Tonight's referee is Armando Villarreal. So he's going to be the main guy tonight. In the VAR room will be Daniel Redford. Is kickoff not 10 minutes late? Yeah, kickoff's 10 minutes late. But we're about to get underway. Houston looks like we'll have possession first as they are all bandied about. So here we are, we're off now. Houston is looks like they're marching from right to left, and they're wearing their bright orange and black kits tonight. I don't know how I feel about that. You know what's weird, man? I used to really like the Houston Dynamo, like way back in the day. Like we're talking like 2006. Like remember when they used to have Nate Jacqua before he became a Seattle Sounder? When I think they were back-to-back MLS Cup champions. Like that's when I liked Houston because I just thought they were kind of cool. I always liked the name Dynamo, but as the years gone by, they're a bunch of bitches. Houston has possession after Seattle turned it over as they were moving up. Escobar to Michael. So Owen here in the chat room is saying, I've got Houston to win 1-0. Sorry. That's cool, man. That's cool. And I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Dorsey's now pushing it up the left. Seattle's dominating the midfield. There's Obed-Var. It looks like Paul Rothrock. And looks like there might be a whistle here. Yeah. So again, Seattle, it's every single time Houston tries to move to the middle of the park, man, Seattle is on it. And I kind of like this. I kind of like this theory as well too. I mean, keeping Houston on the wings, depending on there's the ball in. Oh, nice. Yeah, but that's the thing, man. I don't know how I feel about Raul Ruidiaz and his hold-up play. Yeah. Try to get cute again. See, it turns the ball over. Seattle's wearing their I think that's the Bruce Lee kits. Yeah, those are actually kind of sexy. I kind of like those. Jackson Reagan on the ball now, over to Niu to the left, pushing it up. Here's Rothrock. Plays it inside. As Ruidiaz came down to make a touch there. Here's Roldan. What's it going to be? It's going to be a Seattle throw-in as that thing gets out. That's the weird part, right? So Christian Roldan, man. How is that going to play out as that ball gets turned over? And it kind of looked like De La Vega had roamed centrally there as Ruidiaz dropped a little deeper to make a touch. There was Ruidiaz playing more centrally. So yeah. Like I have a feeling that's going to play out there. There's the ball way over the top. There's Stefan Fry to head it forward, but Houston will regain possession. Here's Aliu. Ooh, centrally. Nice play. No whistle. That's wild, man. And here's De La Vega getting harassed. Seattle's marching. Up the left side, here's Nuhu. Back to Jackson Reagan. So do you think Houston's going to win 1-0, huh? Yeah, that's probably, maybe. It depends. We're going to know a lot within the first 20 minutes of this match. Ymar pushing it up. Here's De La Vega down the right side. Nice move. Tries to play it centrally. Deflected. There's the switch over the left. Here's Rothrock. 1v1 against Dorsey. Ooh! As there was a ball in that went across the 6-yard box. And by the way, and it looked like, who was that? Was that De La Vega? Yeah. What in the absolute hell was that? So Rothrock puts one on. No, it was. It looked like it might have been Alex Roldan. All he had to do was just chip it in. That's how. That. Oh my God, that should have been a goal. Here's De La Vega off the corner, deflected, and he knew he will put one on, but that looks like it got deflected, so it'll be another Seattle corner. Man, good old. That's the thing is Alex Roldan crashed the box right there. And all he had to do was put a foot on it, and that thing was in. Seattle would have had a 1-0 lead right here in the 4th minute. But for whatever reason, he let that go as that ball streaked across the box. Talk about missed opportunities. Here's the corner. And that'll get over everybody. But right there is João Paulo, who plays it all the way back to Stefan Fry. I hate that, man. You can cycle it. You can cycle in their half. You give Houston an opportunity to reset, man. Here's Rothrock dribbling forward, and he gets De La Vega, man. De La Vega gets depossessed. Is he worth $7 million? Was he worth the $7 million? I don't think so. I don't know, man. I think that was more of a to appease the fan base type of signing, right? Look, we're doing something. Naturally he's a left-sided winger, but he can't play out wide left, so they play him out wide right. But either way, like I'd rather have him cutting in on his right foot, but it's his stronger foot. Christian Roldan dribbled himself into triple coverage, but it gets out of it. Here comes Nuhu. Rothrock out wide. 1v1 against Dorsey. Plays it in. Yeah, but Raul Ruidiaz was marked right there. But that was a good play in. I want to see more of that. 100%. Ben Olsen this year, Houston is 7-3-7 at home. So interesting. And of course, historically, Seattle is just, not good here in Houston. I don't know, man. There's just certain places that are just hard to come by with wins. Looks like that ball was deflected. By the way, why is De La Vega taking corners, man? That dude can't get a ball past the first defender. It almost feels like it's a waste of a corner, man. I'd rather have Christian. I'd rather even have João Paulo take it. As crazy as that sounds. There's a ball in, and again, hits the first defender, goes out, and they'll retake a corner. So now I think the Sounders have had 5 corners in 7 minutes. There you go. Now they'll play it short. De La Vega. Ooh, and that just streaks all the way over, and they'll go out. So now it'll be a Houston goal kick. That was a waste of 2 good corners. It's unfortunate, man. Seattle just can't figure out Houston's back line. But then again, they're not taking chances. They're not putting balls forward, man. They're not taking chances. De La Vega will play it forward. Here's Alex Roldan. That was a nice little touch forward. But unfortunately, Obeng Vargas kicked it right into a defender. And that is a turnover. So here comes the Houston Orange. The Dynamo. Is Mikey Ellis currently carrying? See if he plays it forward. Yeah, he will. But again, middle of the park. Seattle almost. Here's Dorsey driving up left. Dumps it off. Plays it forward. Ooh. Oh, and Ponce thought he got fouled as he entered the box. Nope. No foul there. Holy shit. Holy shit, is this thing going to get physical? Now that we've established that you literally can just drop anyone on their ass with no repercussions. Holy crap. Here's Obed Vargas. That was a nice touch, De La Vega. He just looks scattershot, man. He's not calm at all on the ball. We paid $7 million for this dude. Yeah, dude. He just gets taken, just gets depossessed like it's like nothing, man. Dude just stepped in and took it away from him. No big deal. And now João Paulo gets whistled for a foul. Okay. Interesting. So it looks like Herrera is going to be here to take the free kick. Herrera. I like Herrera. He's a good ball player. Seattle trying to press. And there's De La Vega just staring at a dude. Houston will try to play this forward, but there's Alex Roldan to head it out. Houston throwing. As they're going to play this, they're going to that was a nice little back heel to Waliu, but Seattle had it snipped out. There's going to be a turnover. And now that's a good ball. That's a very good ball down. That's going to land right at Rothrock's feet. He's 1v1 versus Dorsey, but he plays it back to Nihu. João Paulo. Interesting. This isn't. Yeah. Seattle's trying to switch things now. Here's Ymar pushing forward. De La Vega weaving in between defenders. They're going to play. It looks like they're going to try to play this out wide at Rothrock. He's open. Oh, back to the right. There's Ymar. You got to have some courage there. That'll get out, though. Seattle throw-in. Here's De La Vega. But it'll be Alex Roldan with the throw-in off the left side. God, he's got a dumb mustache. Usually I'm all for the mustache, man, but I don't know. There's something about his mustache. So I'll play this in. That was a nice little flick to De La Vega, but I think that'll get out. Are they going to say goal kick, or are they going to? What are they going to do here? Yeah, corner. Okay. Seattle get a corner. See if Seattle can capitalize here. This is their 7th corner. Ball in. That was better. As De La Vega comes back to carry the deflection, he's going to play it back in. This time, Rui Diaz. And there will be a whistle. As Rui Diaz went to go challenge, I believe, Michael. Get a little too rough, so Rui Diaz will take the penalty there. And now it will be Houston ball. Hector Herrera leads the team in passes and touches in game 1. So he did a lot, very big work right here. There's a deflection off the right there. And now Nihu and Dorsey are going to get after it. Ooh, what's going to happen here? I don't know, man. Now now this ref is calling Nihu over. As they got into a little shoving match here. All right, I thought there might be a little card action there. As Nihu was holding off the ball, him and Dorsey were wrestling. Nihu pushes him down. And I don't know, man. I thought there could have been a card there. At the very least, a yellow, but no card. Dorsey throws it in. Plays it over to Escobar off to the left. Seattle's doing a good job of pressing. Herrera plays it forward. They got Dorsey running forward. Off to the right. Here comes Dorsey. Plays it across, but blocked away there by Jackson Reagan, and it'll get out for a corner. So here's Houston's first corner of the night. As Dorsey was looking for Kovacevic, but his man bun got in the way. I hate that so much, man. So Herrera will take the first corner for Houston. Seattle in the first match in the series, Seattle was very good on corners. Ymar and Reagan, very, very strong. Here's the ball in. Ooh, nice, but that ball got played in, but right there was Stefan Fry to collect the ball right there. So good header, but not enough power, not enough accuracy to make it count. Seattle will take the ball as they're starting to play forward. Jackson Reagan. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. Like, there's just there's no creativity with this attack, man. Oh, but there is a ball over the top. Here's Rothrock, who tries to dink it over the goalkeeper. That was a good play. See, this is what I like. That ball, they played a ball over the top of Houston's defense. It found Paul Rothrock. But Rothrock, feeling the pressure of a defender there, tried to flip it over the goalie, but of course he put too much pressure on that, and then it floats well over the crossbar. But I like that. Seattle would probably behoove themselves to do that quite a bit. Make Houston run, man. I love that. But Houston now at midfield there, as they are. Here's Viatchenko, who plays it forward off of Ponce. Here's Herrera. So Herrera's going to play it forward. Here's Escobar. Ball in. Oh, that got deflected. All the way back to Michael. Here's Viatchenko, who's going to play it all the way to Dorsey to the right. So here comes Houston now. There's a ball in. Ooh, and it gets. Ooh. Oh. And that was Houston's best opportunity, as it looks like Ponce played it on net. It got deflected, bounced out to Kovacevic right there, who then sent it over the crossbar. But yeah, that was just an awkward off-balance shot there by Ponce as that ball got delivered into the box there by Dorsey. Ponce was unmarked right there. That was Houston's best opportunity. I guess in under normal circumstances it would be 1-0 Houston, but credit Seattle's D. Smets, yeah, I'll tell you what, man. You know what Smetzer reminds me of, man? He reminds me of a history teacher back in high school. He's got those history teacher vibes, man. Maybe in his past life, that's exactly what it was. And now this ball ends up at the feet of Herrera as they play it out wide to Dorsey up the right side. Here's Viatchenko, and that'll go all the way over past the back line there. So it'll be a Seattle goal kick. So, Looks like right now for the last 5 minutes, it's been all Houston. Looks like they're trying to apply the pressure now to Seattle. It looks like they're fishing for that early goal. Tonight at 8:45, Vancouver versus LAFC at BC Place. I would probably assume LAFC wins that one. I see no other reason why not. But that being said, these have already been some weird playoffs. As Nihu tried to play it forward, but got depossessed there by Dorsey, trying to attack that left side. Seattle's overloads are just not good. They're just not good, man. So here's Dorsey as they're trying to play it down the right. Herrera. Silva plays it back to Herrera. Yeah, the crazy thing about this is these two teams are so evenly matched. Like it's not as simple as saying, well, Seattle's got them, has got the talent match on them. It's like I don't necessarily think so. Here's Dorsey out wide right. 1v1 against Niu. Zviatchenko. Back to Dorsey. On the right side, plays it in. That was a nice little touch. But that ball goes out. As Escobar right there. That was again, man, the creativity, man. Houston's doing a good job. 20 minutes in. Man, there's a foul right there against Herrera on Obed Vargas. I like Obed. Mexican national. Former U.S. youth national team member. Decided to switch it up to Mexico. I'm not mad about that. He probably will get a load of opportunities for El Tri. I would assume. As Yaimar is being pressured. Here's De La Vega. Gets it taken away. There's Escobar. Oh, and De La Vega comes in with the slide to push that ball out. Houston throwing. Heads up play by De La Vega on Escobar. Yeah, Seattle, especially in the last 15 minutes, it's been played on Seattle's end. They just don't have an answer. The only good news is that their back line is hold firm. Here's Dorsey. Tried to play it in. Seattle tried to pop it out. Rothrock stumbles. Dorsey again. Played it in. Ooh, and that deflects the wrong way off the header. Escobar. Herrera. Seattle rips it. And off come the Sounders. Here's De La Vega pushing it towards the touchline. Gets forward. But there's Herrera. Houston with the pressure now. It's kind of feeling like the Dynamo were about to score here. Their ball movement has been better. Ever since Seattle tried to play it over the top to Rothrock, this entire match has been played in Seattle's end. But just like Seattle, Houston can't find that creativity in the final third. They just can't find that final pass. Here's Herrera. Here's Dorsey. That's going to get deflected out. João Paulo did a very good job. So this will be a corner. As fans in Houston are getting on their feet for this one. Herrera will take the corner. Hansen Sviatchenko lined up. Here it is. And there's it hit. Looks like it hit Sviatchenko, but he didn't have enough power on it. As Stefan Fry again will collect it. Seattle tries to play out of the back here. João Paulo plays it down to Alex Roldan. Back to Ymar. This is a good opportunity for the Sounders to get forward. Hold a little possession. Ymar plays it into Obed Vargas, back to João Paulo, and now the Sounders are moving forward a little bit. I'm going to be happy when João Paulo is gone after this year. You know, that's the thing. It's like, especially at that position, anything João Paulo can do, Christian Roldan can do as well. A little younger, has a little bit more talent. Here's Rothrock, played it into Obed Vargas, who plays it back to Niuhu. Seattle just can't seem to find a way in. Here's Ymar, who's going to switch it all the way across the field to Paul Rothrock, who's going to play it back to Obed Vargas. As Niuhu is directing everybody to come forward. Here's Rothrock, Christian Roldan. Pops it out to Obed, who's going to play it back to Jackson Reagan. So, interesting sequence. There's Obed Vargas, and that was a bad pass. And now it'll drop down to Herrera, but there's Alex Roldan. You got to appreciate what Houston's doing right now. Clogging the passing lanes, not giving Seattle enough room to breathe. Interesting. As Niuhu will sail this forward, but there's Dorsey. And that'll get out for a goal kick. So not a lot of success there for the Sounders, but, you know, Seattle's attack is toothless. I hate to be the one to say it, but they can't play it through the center of the field. They can't play it on the wings right now. Yep. João Paulo from Brazil. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. And he's probably going to be gone after this year. I would probably assume. And Seattle get the took possession in midfield, and it looked like Obed tried to play it forward, but that was far, 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 far too forward. Let's see what Houston's got in store for Seattle here on this possession. So we're in the 28th minute, and so far it feels like it's been all Houston. So far, they've controlled a good portion of the possession. Actually, had the most dangerous shots on goal. And here comes cross played across, but there's Niuhu. See, we got João Paulo, Nomio, Santa Cruz FC. Yeah. There it is. There it is, sir. Yeah. I remember when we got him. You know, the problem with João Paulo is I think he's like, what, 30, 33, 34, somewhere around there? Yeah. He's slow to step. as Jackson Reagan gets the whistle there. So it'll be Sounders possession as Ponce and Reagan were battling for the ball there, and then of course the quintessential soccer player move, grabbing your ankle. Dude, I hate flopper. I do. There's something that just unnerves me when players hit the deck. Sofia Deli. I do. I wish I could understand Portuguese, my man. Here come the Sounders pushing forward. Here's Rui Diaz. Gets it blocked a little bit, but there's Alex Roldan to play it across to João Paulo, who plays it all the way back to Stefan Fry. So there he is right there. Herrera disrupting everything. It looks like João Paulo is on the field. João. Yeah, it looks like João Paulo's up and walking it off. Come on, old man. Be a leader. So, Leandriano Silva in the chat room. What are you? Who do you support down there? Fluminense, Palmeiras, Flamengo. Who's your side down there in Brazil? There's a ball forward, Alex Roldan, and of course there's Herrera. Here's Dorsey. Nice move. Nice move. Houston. Done a really good job tonight, man. If things hold out, this thing is definitely going to a shootout. Right now, Houston's making that ball's going to get out. Yeah. There's a whistle. It'll be a Houston free kick. It looked like the dude just tripped over himself. Here's Biatchenko. He's going to play it over to the left. There's Aliu. Here's Escobar. And that ball is going to get switched over to the right, but there's Nuhu who's going to hit that forward. Here comes Paul Rothrock. Screaming down the left side. Plays it in. Oh, that was a nice little flick. Up to Rothrock. Oh, that was just a little too heavy of touch. But here's De La Vega. Tries to shoot, gets blocked. Who's going to play it over? Ooh, and that was headed away. As Christian Roldan was making a run to the far post. That was a good ball in there by De La Vega. That's that ball ricocheted off Escobar. De La Vega corralled it and put a cross across the box. That was nice. Good run by Christian Roldan right there. Seattle looking a little dangerous. It's a nice little outlet. Alex Roldan, João Paulo tried to put one on, but that gets blocked. Now Seattle will cycle. Here's Alex João Paulo playing down the left. Nice play by, there we go. Here comes De La Vega, Alex Roldan. That was a great tap away right there by the Dynamo. And that stops Seattle in its tracks. Here comes Herrera. Go Kovalkic plays it out to Dorsey, who plays it back to Sviatchenko. And here's Escobar down the left side to Aliwu, who cuts inside. And looks like there's going to be a whistle. It's going to be outside. Looks like Houston had something going there, man. Seattle better be careful here. Looks like Houston's got all the horses tonight, man. Let me tell you what, they look clean. They look good in their runs, man. I hate to say it, man. The Sounders look a little tired. There's Fry. He's going to boot this thing all the way forward. Christian Roldan. Here's Rui Diaz. Lays it to Obed. João Paulo. Newhue. Rothrock. Down the left side. Seattle's trying to take its chances, but so far. Oh, they're gonna say, they're not. No, Rothrock's not getting his whistle. They're gonna say that ball went off, and now it's Houston ball. Wow. Yeah, well, that's pro refs for you, man. These are some of the worst refs in the world. Unbelievable. How can you have a product with refs this bad, man? I don't know. Here comes the Dynamo now. Nice play. Nice give and go. Here comes Escobar. Oh, nice. Here's Aliwu. Herrera. Dorsey. Wow, they're doing a very good job. Houston's trying to move laterally to try to catch Seattle out. Credit Seattle, they're sticking well. They're doing a really good job defensively. There's Dorsey down the right side. Nice. Here's Kovalkic. Here's Dorsey. Ball in. That's a little too heavy. Nice play by Alex Roldan, who heads it off to De La Vega. Oh, nice play by Christian as that ball gets out. Oh, good hustle there by Christian. 1v1 against Herrera off the left touch line. Nice play, man. Nice play. But Houston's going to take it over deep. Here's Dorsey. Nope. Takes a deflection and it goes wide. Houston's playing well, man. Looks like everybody's just anticipating. I think everybody understands what's coming. Houston's playing well. Fans are getting up for this. Houston corner. Here's Herrera standing over it. Dorsey and Vargas are shoving. Here's the ball. Good defense by the Sounders. Oh, yeah. And there'll be a foul there as Rui Diaz goes down. Very, very, very strong defense there on that set piece for the Sounders. Very, 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 very good. Like the feeling was that Houston, like something was building for Houston and Seattle just took it away. So, very, very good. I'm very pleased by that. It easily could have gone the other way, man. Here's Stephon Fry. He's going to take this free kick. Let's see how they play it. Fry's gonna, there it is. Fry's gonna boot this thing down, and it's gonna take a header off a Dynamo player. João Paulo fouls Kovacevic, and so Houston will retain possession. God damn it. They just cannot get shit going. Telling you, man. You know, the only thing the Sounders have going for themselves tonight is their defense. They're very well structured, very well organized on that back line. That's their only saving grace because, you know, attack-wise, Seattle just can't get anything going. Houston's going to overload the left. Here's Iwu. Ball in. Oh, saved by Fry. Oh. That was worked in so beautifully by Houston. And it looked like Escobar made that final run. That was a beautiful pass. That ball was on Fry, who made a great save. As Awu put one in. Oh no, it was Ponce. And Escobar came in to try to get the rebound right there. But what a beautiful pass by Aliwu. And Ponce was right there to put it on and step on Fry, man. What a save by Fry. Step on Fry. Huge, man. Huge. Looks like he might have took a knock to the head. Seattle's physios are out there checking on Stephon Fry. Looks like he's going to be all right, though. He's not coming out, man. You're not going to put Thomas in. There's no way. That was the best chance of the night right there. And Stephon Fry, man, made an unbelievable save on Ponce. And yeah, it was Escobar that came in feet first, and looks like Stephon's going to be all right. So, yeah, he's not going anywhere. He's going to walk it off. Yeah. So Seattle, you better thank your lucky stars, man. Stephon Fry made that absolutely beautiful save right there. That was Houston's best opportunity tonight right there. And it looks like Thomas is warming up there. But yeah, looks like Stephon Fry is going to continue. So it'll be Seattle possession. Man. Very, very fortunate that this thing is going to stay at a draw, because Houston, Ponce put one on there, and and Stephon Fry just puts the left boot out there, and what a beautiful save as that ball plays forward. Rui Diaz. Oh, and Dorsey shoves down Rothrock, no whistle. Wow. What's it like? I mean, you literally have to, commit murder out there to get a whistle. Holy shit! Wow. All right. And now, and now there is a whistle, and it's going to be on Nuhu running into challenge Kovacevic. Wow. All right. There's Dorsey. That the Dynamo played quick off the free, but there's Jackson Reagan to boot this thing out. So it'll be a Houston corner. Let's see if Houston can break through before the half. We are in the 43rd, make it 44th minute now. I would probably assume we're going to have a couple minutes of stoppage time, maybe. Yeah, I would probably assume like maybe 2 minutes of stoppage time here before the end of the first half. As Herrera will stand over this corner for the Dynamo. There's the ball in. Ooh, that ball pops up. Here's Herrera. Plays it in. Oh! As that ball went right through the 6-yard box, and Silva almost ended up on the end of it. That was a dangerous play there. Wow. Wow. Houston is knocking on the door here. Man, the last, 20 minutes has been all Houston. 2 minutes, yep, that's what I thought. 2 minutes of stoppage time here in the first half. Fry boots this forward. And looks like Rock got on the end of it, so it'll be a Houston throw-in. All the momentum right now is with Houston. Oh, I love it, man. They got the Houston luchadors. As they're going to switch this thing over, here's Aliu. He's going to play it centrally. And there'll be a free kick on Bosby. It looked like Raul Ruidiaz went in there to challenge. I don't know. Yeah, okay. But still, though, man. I don't know, man. This officiating has been uneven. We'll have this free kick right here, right outside the 18. Ball played in. And right there is Stefan Fry. So there you go. That free kick was shut down. It's very good on Seattle's defense. That ball was played in there by Bossi. Got on the head of Sviatchenko, but that ball popped straight up and right into the arms of Stefan Fry. So, yeah, man, Houston's had the better opportunities tonight so far. And I think that's going to be the half right there. So, Seattle's fortunate, man, to go in the half 0-0. And, something's going to have to give for the Sounders because I'll tell you what, they literally cannot get anything moving. They can't get anything pushing, attack-wise. When I think about it, it makes perfect sense. I mean, Seattle's on the road. Houston's got the advantage. But that being said, I mean, Seattle just lacks creativity. You're down your two best attackers in Rusnik and Morris, every time Seattle tries to play it through the middle, every time they try to play it to the outside, there's Houston just collapses on the ball. It just is what it is. Yeah. I expect something a little different from Seattle in the second half. But that being said, what can they do? What is it? What is it that they haven't already tried so far? It's just it is what it is, man. I mean, Houston's played very good football. Um, so you know, as we're getting set for the second half, I just on the one hand, I'm very happy that the Sounders are playing very exquisite defense, but on the other side, I mean, you know, they're very lucky because Houston has had the far and away better opportunities to get ahead. And that's the difference between these two teams. Seattle's attack is listless at best, man. Uh, and I guess that's not necessarily unsurprising, right? But De La Vega had a few nice moments. Paul Rothrock, you got to appreciate the hustle, but they're just not dangerous, man. I think they've had like maybe twice, where they looked like they possibly could do something. That ball over the top to Rothrock, I liked that. And then, of course, the De La Vega cross as Roldan was flashing to the far post. But that was it. Seattle are going to have to take their chances. 100% they're going to have to take their chances in the second half. They came, obviously they came down to Houston to close this thing out. But, when you're constantly trying to play that ball through the middle of the park, and every single time that happens, you get the ball ripped. It's time to try something else. I mean, you do have some speed out there, so take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Play that ball over the back, over Houston's back line and see what happens. In this, in this situation, yeah, you might end up, losing possession a few times, but so what? You're probably going to find yourself with better goal chances. For Houston, just keep on doing what you're doing. Their possession has been phenomenal. They're working that left side brilliantly. And it's led to a few good chances. That play right there where they worked it into Ponce, who put it up net, man, that should have been a goal. And it was only through Stephon Fry's very good goaltending that this match still sits at 0-0. But I would probably think that Houston's going to continue to utilize that speed, because eventually Seattle's going to wear out. That's the biggest thing about this first half, was Seattle spent a lot of it running and defending. So how it's going to play out, you just don't know. But it sucks that you don't have 23 goals on your side between Rusnak and Jordan Morris. It sucks because this is a game where you kind of need your two best players, but it is what it is. At the very least, you got a game 3 where you probably expect both back. But, hopefully the Sounders can close this thing out in the second half. And hopefully they can assert themselves early in the 50, like within the first 10 minutes of the second half. Show some sign of aggression, because that's right now they're losing the physical battle. And it's obvious. You're talking like what 1v1 challenges. It's been all Houston. That's the sad part, right? Because you would expect to see Seattle be a little bit more assertive, but it sucks, man. It sucks. I don't know what to tell you, but Owen started off this live stream by dropping in the chat room saying he thinks Houston's going to win 1-0. It wasn't out of the realm of possibility, and it was looking like it was going to end up being that. But with RSL going out, and with a lot of series going to 3 games, this has the feeling of that. So we'll see, man. We shall see. I just think that Seattle's got to do a better job. Do a better job in possession. Do a better job, passing. That's been the other thing. Their passing has been just god awful. And here's the funny thing, right? I don't know about you guys, but I watch a lot of English soccer. I do. Whether it's the Premier League or whether it's the Championship, and you see the level, and you see the clean, the clean transitions in midfield. You see the passing; it's so good. It's so good, and then you see Major League Soccer, and you're like, "Fuck, man, this feels like you're watching college soccer compared to the Premier League." But I'm not necessarily trying to do that. I'm just saying, it's like it's very choppy. Major League Soccer is incredibly choppy. Oh yeah, now they're showing Messi. Yeah. Yeah. So Major League Soccer got their wish, man. They got that Atlanta and Miami series pushed 3, so they get the extra playoff game in the first round with Messi. Yeah, I bet they're happy. Yeah, 100% they're happy, man. It's an extra game that can sell advertising with Messi in it. So yeah, 100%. Yeah, man. That was a fun match last night, man. I don't know if you guys were watching it, but Miami takes the lead in the first half, and then that was awesome, man. Atlanta equalizes, and then in stoppage time, man, they get the winner. Hustle and determination, man. I was actually happy for Dax McCarty, man. He gets to extend his career at least one more match, so I was happy for that, man. But it's going to be interesting, man. Can Atlanta go to Miami and pick one up? That's going to be an interesting one, man. Also, tonight, LAFC is going to be in Vancouver. That's going to be a banger, man. I like the idea of maybe Vancouver taking one at home. Oh, by the way, Columbus is out, man, on penalties. The Red Bulls finish it off. That was a crazy match, right? In the 90, what was it, the 90+4, Columbus equalized, and then all of a sudden that thing goes into pens. And you were kind of hoping, man, that Columbus might push that to 3, but congratulations to the Red Bulls, man. Congratulations to the Red Bulls. Columbus is no more. So I guess the road to the MLS Cup is not going to go through Columbus this year like I thought it was, but it is what it is. So as we're waiting for the start of the second half, it's going to be interesting to see how this half plays, man. I don't know, man. I'd like to say it's going to go Seattle's way, but who knows, man? Who knows? All I know is that right now they look like they're playing tentative, man. They look like they're playing not to lose. Unfortunately, that's not how soccer's played, man. You got to be out. You got to be aggressive. But yeah, as we're getting ready, what do you guys think? What are your guys' expectations for the second half? How do you see this thing playing out? Is there going to be a game 3? Let me know. Wow. Hmm. We're getting started. We're very close to the start of the second half here. Seattle and Houston are drawn out at 0-0, 0-0. So, and again, Houston, man, this has been a crazy playoffs. And that, don't get me wrong, like at the start of the series, I didn't think Seattle was going to walk through Houston. At the least, I thought this thing was going to go 3. But if things broke right, it was going to play well into Seattle's hands. But so far, man, they've struggled, man. Seattle has struggled this series consistently to chance create. It just has not worked out well. But that's not surprising. Houston has a pretty solid defense. I wouldn't say that they're the greatest defense in the league, but they've been solid, man. They've done exactly what they needed to do, which is slow down Seattle's attack. And Seattle, there is no creativity, there's no ambition, there's no guts, man. And that's the sad part to watch this. That's the sad part, man. So we're about ready to start the second half. You gotta love the Houston tifo, man. You gotta love the Houston tifo, man. Houston shows up and shows out for their Dynamo. They keep showing the one dude with the frog hat, man. That's got to stop. Although the Houston Chewbacca is pretty cool. That's pretty rad. Or is that cousin it? I don't know. Either way. I love the creative costumes in Houston. Starting to rain a little bit. Oh yeah, no, it's not just raining a little bit, it's raining a lot. All right, so that's gonna be fun. See how the second half plays out. Looks like we're almost ready. You got the ponchos. You got the fine Latino women. Yeah, they got some bangers down there in Houston. Seriously, man. It's nice to look at. All right, so we're about ready to start. Teams around the field. So we'll see, man. We will see if Seattle comes out with something different. All righty. I would probably think that by the 60th minute, I would probably assume that Schmetzer is going to make some changes. I mean, he's going to have to, right? I mean, we saw that in the first match, when they brought in Georgie Monungo, and, that completely changed the entire, that changed the entire complexion of the match. I mean, they got very good. They got very dangerous when Georgie walked in, came into that match. So I would be surprised if we didn't see him early. If the Sounders can't dial something up within the first 10, 15 minutes of the second half, yeah, we'll probably see it. So the Sounders start the second half with the ball here. Here's Yanmar. De La Vega, who pops it up, and there's Alex Roldan. Plays it down to De La Vega. Into the box. De La Vega. Oh, what was that? He was 1v1, had the angle, tried to shoot it, and it looked like he missed. Oy, De La Vega. That was embarrassing. How about Nuhu? That was a great play by Nuhu on the touchline, saving it from going out. But yeah, De La Vega, man, had a good opportunity on net. Didn't. Here's Rothrock now with the throw-in. As Nuhu plays it back to Jackson. Seattle will reset, and that's the thing is like they reset too much. They allow Houston the opportunity. They got to be quicker on the counter. Here's Rothrock buzzing up the left side. That's really Tobed Vargas, excuse me. He tried to play it around, but Houston's defense is better. But that ball is going to get out as they try to play it forward. It'll be a Seattle throw. Oh, it's not. That was clearly a Seattle throw-in, but they're giving it to Houston. My. All right. Oh, my God. As Dorsey hits a bullet right off of Herrera's head, and he goes down. Oh, my. Oh, man. As that ball ricochets off his dome, and it'll be Seattle's throwing. Unbelievable. He took it right off. He took it like a champ, man. Here's De La Vega, who's going to play it all the way back. Every time you play it back, man, Houston resets its line. Here's Jackson Reagan. Nuhu. Plays it forward. And, of course, Rui Diaz just gets the ball taken away. Depossessed. And there's no hustle by Rui Diaz either getting back. Down on the deck, though. Oh, boy. Looks like he's seriously hurt. Oh, never mind. Whatever, man. Yeah, maybe a little cleats to the shin. He's got his sock down. Nah, dude, you're fine. Yeah, you're fine. There's not going to be any call. Nope. Not tonight, sir. Well, let's see how Seattle plays it. It looks like it'll be a sounder throw in there. João Paulo will play it all the way back to Yaimar. Plays it forward. And Silva there hangs up Rui Diaz. Here comes Houston. As so far the second half has played out pretty much like I expected. Seattle just so. Actually, my brother's down there in Houston. He's saying this is a classic Schmetzer away strategy. Played at 0, but whatever, man. They're just not playing well. There's Rui Diaz. Tried to play it forward. Wow. Silva actually throws a forearm to De La Vega, but there's no whistle. And that ball's taken away by Rothrock, who tried to play it forward, but right there is Silva to block entry for Rui Diaz. And now Dorsey's running down the right side for Houston. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. Just inconsistency all around. Good defense, though. Here's De La Vega. Nice little play around. But right there was Houston. And Houston will take over just as quickly as Seattle taking over. So, both teams are battling. There's Herrera. Very good defense for Herrera. See what Houston's going to be able to do here. Unreal. As we're just, they're just sitting there at a standstill. There's Herrera. Now he finally plays it across to Vietchenko, who plays it back to Herrera off the right side, who goes centrally. As it looks like Bassey played it out to Dorsey. Here's Bassey. And they're just playing a game of keep away. It doesn't look like Houston's necessarily trying to play it forward as much as they're just trying to play it laterally, as that one does go centrally, but Seattle will take it away. But then Ruidiaz just taps it away and gives the ball right back to Houston. And that's a good Seattle tried to play the ball forward, but it was a little too short for Ruidiaz. Houston takes over again. Here's Herrera. Played it forward. Ball in. Oh! Stefan Fry denies Ponce again. That was a great ball in. 1v1, tried to play the ball behind Fry, but there was Stefan Fry right there. And it gets out for a corner, but good Lord, man. Stefan Fry, 2 massive saves that have kept this match at 0. Ball in. As this thing will get played all the way back to Clark now. Seattle has basically spent the entire first part of this half running to defend. So I know they're going to want to slow this thing down and keep possession, but we'll see. As they play it forward to Alex Roldan down the right side, here's De La Vega, who gets stripped. It is what it is. Houston gets the ball back. And there'll be a foul there on New. He pushed Herrera down. And there's just a lot. There's a lot of sloppiness right now from both sides. Obviously, Houston with the better chances. Ezekiel Ponce has a pretty good XG tonight, 1.14. Bossie's pretty good at 0.45, and Aliwu 0.21. So it's been all Houston as far as the attack goes. See, it plays it into Obed Vargas. Here's Yaimar, who's going to boot this thing forward off of Ruidiaz. But that was a good save right there. But that ball over the top is not going to get Obed Vargas. Quite the opposite, actually. Seattle retains possession as Alex Roldan does a pretty good job to keep it for Seattle. Here's Stefan Fry, who plays it out left to Niuvu, 1v1. This De La Vega showing some nifty footwork, and now he's moving forward. Crosses it over to the right, and then that's just a little too hard for Rothrock. As that ball skips out, Houston throwing. It looks like they switched things a little bit right there on that one. That's Niuhu and De La Vega were on the Oh, on the left side right there. As Rothrock ended up being out there on the right, but Houston's got the ball. Dynamo, man. They've had it's don't get me wrong, it's not like they've been operating with precision here. They clearly haven't, but that final pass when it comes into the final third, they've been a little bit more technical than Seattle. Let me rephrase that. They've been way more technical. Nice flick back. Ponce plays it over. Dorsey across the box, and that'll get out for a Seattle goal kick because that was a very good ball in again. As Lee Wu was tracking to the far post, but just a little too far forward. Yeah, man, good play by Dorsey, who just flashes one across the 6-yard box. But thank goodness that ball had too much pace on it, and it looked like Sviatchenko was trailing him. Here's Stefan Fry. Seattle's playing it out of the back, but there's Houston right there. Houston's pressing. And Seattle get out of it. Nope, that ball's turned over. Here comes Ponce. Oh, yep. Ponce and Herrera ran into each other right there. Not a lot of pace on that ball, and it was easy. But here comes Rui Diaz. And as quick as that play over the top started, it ends. Houston retains the ball. 1v1 against Silva. Nope, that's not going to play. Seattle's trying. I'll give them that. Maybe not trying hard enough, but they're trying. Here come the Dynamo on the break. Dorsey plays it back to Herrera. Sviatchenko all the way to Escobar. Back centrally. That was a nice ball through. Nice play right there by João Paulo. Nope. And Rui Diaz Rui Diaz, he's just getting absolutely dominated 1v1. They're trying to play one forward to use the speed, but to no attempts. Here's Dorsey down the right side. Played it centrally. Good defense there by Jackson Reagan as he tries to clear it. Ball way in, and that's just off the mark. Is Artur tried a long distance bullet, but it is, that shot's just way off the mark to the left. That was a nice play. That was a nice shot, though. Give Artur all the credit. As Reagan tried to clear it, and Artur tried to end it right there. That was a very good shot. It just was wide left. By a good 3 feet. So, yeah. So here we go. Seattle with the goal kick. They're not going to try to play it out of the back as Fry boots this one forward. And right to Herrera. Yes, Houston makes its way across midfield. Here's Dorsey. Centrally. And he tries one, but that gets skied all the way into the seats behind the crossbar. Yeah, it was a good idea. Although he did have Kovalkiewicz open. Ben Olsen's there on the sideline, looking a little frustrated. They've had the better opportunities, man. And there's a foul on Ponce. As now him and Jackson Reagan are talking shit to each other. I love it. Oh. Is there something going on between Schmetzer and the ref? Maybe. Maybe. Looks like there's some John back and forth. As New Hugh got outplayed. There's Jackson Reagan. Trying to tap it forward, but here come the Dynamo. Cuts inside. Shot. Saved by Stefan Fry. Looks like Aliwu had a nice had the angle. As Ymar got back, but he stepped in, put one on net, and there was Stefan Fry. Seattle is getting so fortunate. De La Vega tries to tap one down to Christian Roldan, but to no avail. But then, the ball eventually rolls out. And it looks like it'll be a Seattle throw-in. So here comes Danny Leyva. He's going to come in for João Paulo. And I kind of like this move. Leyva is a calm passer. I kind of like this. And this is exactly what the Sounders need. A little bit of calmness through the midfield. I kind of dig it. Whoa, what's Christian Roldan doing? Here's Alex Roldan. So here's Leyva's first. Here comes Leyva charging up the right. And you get blocked a little bit. You'll backtrack to pick up the ball. And there'll be a whistle. And there's a yellow. Oh, yeah. There's going to be a yellow on Escobar. 1v1 playing in. Good hustle there by Leyva. And he's probably in there to take the free kicks. That makes a lot of sense. And I'm sure we're going to see one right here. Here's Leyva. Standing above it. See what the Sounders can do here. In an advantageous position. There's that ball in. Good ball in. Here's Rui Diaz. He's going to pass it off to Alex Roldan. Back to Rui. He's going to send it all the way to the right to Leyva. He's going to put one in. Good defense there by Houston. And that was quickly on the counter. Here's Bossy. Plays it over the right, but there's Obed Vargas. Oh, that's a yellow on Herrera. Oh! And Herrera's not happy as he spits at the referee. But yeah, he came in, put his foot back behind his legs, grabbed him and threw him down, gets the yellow, and then spits at the feet of the ref. Oh. Oh. And I wonder, is there going to be a VAR? Is there going to be a VAR on this? Because Herrera literally spit at a ref. Unbelievable. And absolutely, is there going to go to the VAR? Absolutely. So it has to be. Because not only does he get the yellow, he turns and spits on the ref. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Whip it out, sir. There it is. And Herrera gets the red. 100%. 100%. He literally spit on the ref. So now Houston's going to be playing the rest of this again down a man. This happened in the first game. Seattle played the second half, the majority, down a man, and they end up winning it in the shootout. So now here in game 2, Herrera gets sent off for spitting on a ref. And Ben Olsen's losing his shit. And he's going to explain it. And then now Ben Olsen's going to get a yellow as he crouches, and he's giving it to the ref. So Olsen's gotten a yellow after Herrera gets sent off with a red for VAR. Olsen's losing his shit. And he gets a yellow. Is he going to get sent off as well, too? Yeah, he's not. He's going to stay. But he is losing his absolute shit on the touchline. Oh. And now the Sounders are going to be playing with a man up for the second straight match as Houston has lost its composure, man. Herrera, you cannot spit on the ref, man. I understand you don't like the call, but you literally purposely tripped a dude from the back and then spit on the ref. Good God. Oh, man. So the Sounders get some daylight. Here's Danny Leyva, who gets deflected to Paul Rothrock. And the Sounders get the ball take, get depossessed. And now here comes Houston on the break. But that being said, God damn it. This has been wildly entertaining here. Seattle couldn't do anything up a man in game 1. I don't know if anything's going to change here in game 2, as Houston's playing direct through the middle there. But Seattle has all the momentum now. Can the Sounders cash in? There's a ball deep down the left side. And yeah, it's going to get out. That's going to get out. So the Sounders will get a throw in. As Cascarilla got sent off in game 1, so he's out. And now Herrera's out. So this thing goes to a third. They'll be without Herrera. That's a nice play. That was a great play there by Danny Leyva as he weaved through two Houston defenders. Here's Cristian Roldan, who plays it up to Danny Leyva. That takes a deflection off of Roldan. Houston's at the ball in the center of the pitch. Here comes Bossy. Plays it off to Dorsey. Back to Bossy. Nice move into Ponce. Deflected. The Sounders clear it. No whistle. So we're in the 70th minute, man. And De La Vega is still in this match for some weird reason. I thought maybe you might see Mazowski come in as an extra attacker, maybe. Bring in Georgie. So far, it has not happened. It looks like Schmetzer's plan for the shootout. Makes sense. They did well in the first one. Stefan Fry boots it up. Nice play by Houston. And it looks like there's going to be a whistle. Here comes Alex Roldan. Out to Jackson Reagan. Can the Sounders capitalize? For those that are tuning in, Herrera got sent off with a red for spitting on the ref. There's a turnover by the Sounders. And there's going to be a whistle. Yeah, Liwu didn't like it as he shoved Christian Roldan in the back. Holy shit. This thing has gotten so chippy. Unbelievable, man. The best, Ben Olsen was just losing his shit on the touchline, man. That was excellent. He gets a yellow. And dude, I thought he was going to get thrown out, man. 100%. But Seattle's got the man advantage. Pushing forward. Here's Ponce. Oh, nice play there by Obed Vargas to take the ball away, but it goes right to another Houston attacker. Here's Kovalkiewicz to Dorsey. 1v1. Here's Bossy. Cross to Eliwu. Touches it. Here's Escobar. Ball in. Nice defense by Ymar. Is that ball? That's going to get out. And I think it might be a Houston corner. And it will. So even down a man, Houston's attacking. 72nd minute now. Dynamo supporters are up. Here's the ball in from Bossy. Nice try right there, but it goes off of Ponce in the opposite direction. And that'll get out for a goal kick. So, regardless of how well Houston's been playing tonight, even down a man, Seattle's defense has come up strong. So no changes from Schmetzer yet. Outside of Danny Leyva. Here's Christian Roldan. Here's Obed. Out to Niuhu. Lays it forward. Here's Monongo. Oh, that was a nice play. Here comes Georgie. Plays it around. Ball in. Oh! And he found Rui Diaz. Good defense by Silva. So, yeah, Georgie Monongo's in. So they did make that switch with De La Vega and Monongo. So he's in. Danny Leyva will take the free kick. Will take the corner. There's a ball in. That was well short to hit the first defender. And tracking all the way back is Niuhu, who's going to just pop it over to Stephon Fry. And Seattle will reset. Here's Alex Roldan. Plays the switch all the way over to Niuhu. Here's Danny Leyva. Monongo. That was a nice ball centrally. Here's Obed Vargas. Swung all the way out to Alex Roldan to the right. Here's Leyva. Here's Danny Leyva to the right. Seriously, man, have some balls, man. Drive it to the line, man. Try to play something in. Seattle, all you're doing is just cycling the ball back, back to your center backs. Here's Jackson Reagan. That's a good ball. Here's De La Vega. That was a bad touch by De La Vega. Turns the ball over. And now here's the Houston Dynamo on the break. That's a nice play by Ymar. Stepping in front of the switch. Danny Leyva. Here's De La Vega. Nope, couldn't get to it. And there's a foul. So Rothrock was the one that came off, not De La Vega. He's in. And here it comes. Houston will make a switch. And it looks like Reigns is in and Eliwu is out. Makes sense. I think both teams now are playing for the shootout. Here in the 75th minute. And I believe this thing goes right to a shootout after stoppage time. Sounders really haven't had much momentum in this match. It looks like it's pretty much been all Houston. Ooh. And I think there's a whistle. Yeah, it's going to go against Houston. That was an interesting challenge along the touchline there, as it looks like Herrera went in. He's down. It was Alex Roldan, and no, that was Ponce. As they go 1v1 for that challenge, and it looks like Ponce is down. Man. That was kind of nasty. Yeah, but Ponce is up now. Seattle will have to throw in. But yeah, you know, at this point, Houston's down a man. Seattle's not necessarily pressing that hard. It almost feels like they're going to play for the shootout. I mean, they're working it up. They're doing an okay job, but here's Leyva into Monongo. Back to Leyva. Here's Christian Roldan. Swings it over to his brother. And Alex Roldan with a bad touch, but that drops down to De La Vega off the right side, who plays it in. Ooh, nifty little touch, but there's Clark to smother it. Obed Vargas got in on a run there. That ball was never going to go in. It was almost like a cross. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. Clark sniffed it out, so that'll end Seattle's whatever that was. I don't know if that was an attack or if it was just trying to get something going. That's a turnover. Here's Christian Roldan out to Monongo. Plays it over to Nuhu, who's going to swing it over to Christian. Out to Alex. He's going to play it low. Good defense by Houston. Kept in by Seattle. Here's Leyva driving forward. Oh, yeah. And that'll be a free kick. And Atour's going to get a yellow card. Yeah. Artur just stuck out his foot. Trips up Danny Leyva, pushing into the box there. And that's going to be a free kick for Seattle right on the outside edge of the 18-yard. Absolutely. Yeah, and that was 100% just taking one for the team right there. You're not going to allow him to drive into the box. You're not going to allow him to distribute right there. So now Seattle will have the free kick, and it will be Danny Leyva. Can Seattle connect? Can they take the lead? We're in the 79th minute. I like Danny Leyva. Here we go. Houston has its wall up. Can Seattle connect? Here's Leyva standing over it. And we are about ready. There's the whistle. Here's Leyva. And that ball will sail over the top of the crossbar. Danny Leyva with no authority on that one, just sails it. Waste of a free kick for the Sounders. Houston will have possession. We are in the 80th minute now. 10 minutes left of regulation, followed by stoppage time. If this thing remains 0-0, we go to a shootout for the second straight match. Houston's going to be playing it out of the back. Rui Diaz. Pressing a little, but there's Ymar. Plays it forward. This ball's just ping-ponging. Houston will retain possession. Ball goes all the way back to Clark. Seattle's pressing. And that ball's turned over. Here's De La Vega. He's trying to figure something out. Nope. De La Vega. God damn it. That dude just held the ball entirely way too long. Here's Monongo. He's pressing forward. Georgie. Oh, man. Oh, Georgie just stumbled. Here comes Ponce down the left side as Houston's trying to quickly counter. Played it over. Here's Bossy. Here's Ponce. Plays it over to Dorsey off the left side. Hugh tracks. Oh, and that ball, there was a cross in, but it sailed far too deep and out, so it'll be a Seattle goal kick, and that was Zievchenko with the ball in, but that had a little too much horsepower on it. Steris now will check in for Houston. It looks like Bosky's coming out. So they're, yeah, absolutely. So they're going to bring in some more defense now. Makes perfect sense. We're in the 82nd minute, so we're getting very close to stoppage time. Very good match for Bossy. This thing is coming to a crescendo here in Houston. Can Seattle win it? Can Houston win it down a man? We will find out. Here's Nuhu. Georgie Monongo. That was a nice little touch. Here comes Monongo around the corner. Played it in. Ooh, I think that hit off the crossbar. Here's De La Vega. Christian Roldan into Danny Leyva. Oh, and Rui Diaz. All he had to do was turn. Instead, he tried to turn counterclockwise and almost got the ball stripped. Here's Seattle. Nuhu. Trying to play this one in. Here's Nuhu again. Lay out to Georgie Monongo. They'll switch sides. As is there a whistle? Nope, no whistle, but Seattle's playing it off to the left. Here's Georgie. Jackson Reagan. Over to Alex Roldan off to the right side. Here's De La Vega. Here's Danny Leyva. Plays it over to De La Vega off the right. All in. Obed Vargas with the hustle. And that ball is going to get shot out of bounds. No foul there on Obed Vargas, says the ref. So that ball will get turned over. It'll be a Houston Dynamo throw-in. Looks like there's going to be a yellow card. 2 yellow cards now. And it looks like it's going to be a battle between Dorsey and Nuhu. Yeah. And Dorsey's trying to fire up the supporters. As we're waiting for the throw in here. There it comes in. It's going to be Ponce. And there's going to be a foul on Alex Roldan. 85th minute now. As we are getting close to the end. It felt like Seattle might be onto something, but unfortunately, they just could not connect. After the restart, here's Houston. And swing it all the way out wide to Escobar. As they're trying to find a way in off the left side, but that ball's going to get turned over. Here's Georgie Monongo. Hustle play by the Sounders. Here's Obed Vargas. Alex Roldan. Can Seattle do it in the closing minutes here? That'll go wide left. Here's Georgie Monongo. 1v2. Newhue. There's nothing there. Jackson Reagan goes centrally. That ball pops left. Oh. And Danny Leyva tried to put one on, but that gets deflected. Here's Leyva again. Good give and go. Here's Newhue. Across. Roll down. Christian Roldan in the 86th minute. And the Sounders grab the lead. A good give and go there. Good give and go between Danny Leyva and Newhue as Newhue flexed in, puts one centrally, and there was Christian Roldan. That was a great give and go right there between Leyva and Newhue just dropped a pass in there centrally, and there was Christian Roldan to finish it. Fantastic goal by Christian Roldan, and the Sounders lead 1-0, and we are, in the 86th minute now, 87th minute? Seattle finds the go-ahead goal, and that very much well could be the winner. Up a man. Finally, Seattle finally gets that final pass, and they get the lead right now. So in the 87th, we're actually approaching the 85th minute now, or the 88th minute, excuse me. Seattle's got the lead. That was a beautiful goal. And now we got a little bit of a shakeup here. I think Houston's trying to make a sub maybe? Or are they checking the goal? No, they're not. They're not doing that. Yeah, they're trying to bring somebody on here. Looks like Schmidt's coming in for Houston. That's what the holdup here is for the restart. Not a bad, not a bad way to close this thing out. Seattle with a very late goal. As time keeps ticking away for Houston. And it looks like Sebas has come on too. Yeah, here comes Artur. Here comes Schmidt. All right, so we're about ready to restart this one. Yeah, so Escobar comes out for Ferreira. Schmidt's also going to come on for Houston as that ball's played forward. Can Houston find an equalizer? As that ball ping-pongs in the midfield, down to Dorsey. Oh. Houston put a shot on, but that gets blocked. So now Houston has the ball. Here's Schmidt. Sievchenko. Out to Dorsey. That ball gets blocked and out, and that'll be a Houston corner. So we are in the 90th minute. Seattle up 1. Houston's got the corner. Can the Dynamo equalize? Here comes Clark. He's inching down the field. I think he's probably going to be involved with this one. De La Vega looks like he's coming off. Here comes Reed Baker-Whiting. De La Vega had a decent night tonight. I wouldn't say it was fantastic, but it was definitely decent. Seattle's bringing on a little bit better defense. Here's the ball in. Ymar gets his head on it. Ball in again. Oh! Oh! Oh, and Houston almost equalized it. As Stephon Fry came out to try to corral that cross, he gets tripped up. As that ball went down, gets blocked. Zievchenko tried to put one on. It got blocked. It goes all. It caroms out to the left to Sebas, and he just skies it. So we are in extra time here. 8 minutes of stoppage time. Seattle up 1. No whistle there on Alex Roldan. That was a nasty ass tackle. That ball gets played in, headed out. Zievchenko, Reed Baker Whiting. Can Seattle play it out? Here's Dorsey. Ball in. And there it is. Houston's equalized. There was the overload, and Seattle concedes the equalizer in the 92nd minute. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. And Houston Dynamo are putting up the orange smoke. Yeah. As they overloaded centrally. As that ball kicked out right, and it looks like Dorsey's going to get credited with the goal. As Seattle was trying to clear, Schmidt played it centrally. Ponce kicks it off to Dorsey, who put it in. The initial save kicked the ball back out, and it was, I believe it was Sebas. And there's the equalizer. Oh, actually, you know what? That actually might be an own goal by Christian Roldan. Now we see the replay. Looks like that thing, Karen. Yeah, it's going to be an own goal for Roldan. So just as quickly as Seattle has taken the lead, Houston equalizing. So this thing is probably going to go to penalties. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Seattle's playing it forward. Here's Monongo on the left. Can Seattle find a winner? Centrally. Here's Roldan. Ooh, and that just goes wide left. Christian had time and space. Oh. I think you rushed it. Time keeps ticking away. 94th minute. 4 more minutes of stoppage time. Houston is equalized. The El Battalion supporters group is going absolutely bananas. Clark plays it forward. Here's Monongo. Nice play by Monongo as he's rushing forward. He's got speed around the corner. Cuts in. Ball in. Cleared by Houston. Here's Ymar. Newhue. Out to Monongo. And that ball's turned over. Jesus. As that's played back to Clark as Rui Diaz tried to add pressure. That ball gets played centrally. Great play by Ymar. Seattle regains possession. Here's Leyva. Out to Christian Roldan. Can Seattle find a winner? Here's Reed Baker Whiting. Cuts in. Ball. Oh, he just missed. He just missed Obed Vargas. Here's Newhue. Ball in. Reed Baker Whiting. Is it kicked? Oh, it kicked to Rui Diaz, but it gets deflected. Here's Newhue. I don't know what the hell that was. Monongo to the outside. That ball across. Oh. And that'll be a Seattle throw. And oh my God, there was a sitter that just skied straight up. 96th minute. Can Seattle find it? Here's Newhue. Trapped in the corner. Played off of Dorsey. It'll be a Seattle throw-in. This thing is looking like it's going to a shootout. Ball in. And that'll get out for a corner. This thing is not over yet. 97th minute. Seattle took the lead, and within 2 minutes, Houston had equalized. Yeah, it was more like 4 minutes. It was whatever. It's negligible. Here's the ball in. And that'll just sky right over the 6-yard box. Now it'll be a Houston goal kick. Too heavy of a touch there for Danny Leyva. $97 plus 30, so we are coming to the final whistle, and this thing is going to go to a shootout. Unreal. It looked like Seattle had the winner. Clark boots this thing downfield. Ymar. Karam's off. Alex rolled on with a nice stop. There's a whistle. It's going to go Seattle ball. We are in the 98th minute. And did the final whistle go? I believe it did. All right. It is time, folks. It is shootout time. Very well played. Second half. Seattle found it in the 88th minute, but in the 92nd minute, Houston equalized. And now we get to shootout. So we'll see how this one plays out. Seattle in game one, all 5 of their shooters scored. Does Stephon Fry have it? Or does Clark have it? We will find out. So game 2, Seattle versus Houston ends drawn after 90 plus 8. And we will go to a shootout. That was a good game. Seattle's goal was great. That little give and go between Leyva and Newhue. Christian Roldan finds the back of the net. And then Houston. That goal was pretty good as well, too, as Ponce kicks it out to Dorsey. And Houston just overloaded the central part of the field. And then Christian Roldan gets tagged with an own goal. So we will go to a shootout here. Seriously, Brian Schmetzer gives off history teacher vibes, man. He looks like somebody who should be teaching world history in high school. All right. Who's going to go out there for Seattle? Is it going to be the Sounders? Or is it going to be the Dynamo? All right. So we are getting very, very close. All right. Here we go. This one's got all the drama. Who is it gonna be? Seattle or Houston? We are set for the shootout. As both Stephon Fry and Clark are walking towards the walking down towards the home side net, home side goal. Fans are going stupid. Looks like Christian Roldan will be first up. All right. Oh, dude, I hate PKs. I really do. This is a bad way to lose. All right. Christian Roldan steps up. Will Seattle draw first advantage? Here we go. Christian. And he buries it. Seattle takes the first lead. Nice shot there by Christian Roldan. Steps up. That was beautiful. Misdirection. And that's the first one. Stepping up for Houston. It looks like it's going to be Ponce. Stephon Fry in net for the Sounders. Who's gonna blink first? Here we go. Ponce. Oh, he buries it. So we are drawn at 1. That was a nice kick there by Ponce. Caught Fry looking the other direction. Yeah. Here's Jackson Reagan. Center back. Okay. I'm feeling it. Here we go. Dude, he's a goofy looking dude. Jackson Reagan is one goofy looking motherfucker. But he's stepping up. You're in shootout. He looks like Jared from Subway. Hate to say it. Here's Jackson Reagan. And he buries it. 2-1 Seattle. Yeah, he does. He looks like Jared from Subway. Yeah. See, the problem with shootout is like what Jackson just did. He kind of stutter stepped, trying to get Clark to move a little bit to see which direction he's going. I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of that. That hesitation, not a fan. Here comes Dorsey for the Dynamo. It's like he's praying. All right. Get your prey on, sir. Dorsey looks like my oldest son. Here's the kick. Oh, and he catches Fry moving in the other direction. And Dorsey's going bananas. We are drawn at 2 after 2 rounds of the shootout. Someone's going to have to miss. Who's it going to be? Here's Alex Roldan and his goofy mustache. That's a bad mustache. Here we go. And he buries it. And now Seattle is 3 for 3. That was a nice kick. Yeah, literally straight down the middle. Catches Clark. Here's Kowalkiewicz and his man bun. See if he can summon the power of the bun. Here we go. Ooh, and Fry gets it. Stefan Fry denies him. As he goes left. Fry goes left. Or he goes right, Fry goes left. I know how the whole sides thing works, but you get what I'm saying. So now it'll be Danny Leyva. Wait, we have a VAR. Oh, Jesus, we're going to go VAR? For what? Oh, they're gonna let him re-kick. They're saying that he came off his line. That's not really. That's so wild, man. So Kowalkiewicz will get another chance. And they're saying that Stefan Fry came off his line. And now this ref is talking to him like he's a fucking idiot. All right, so Kowalkiewicz will get another shot here after Stefan Fry denied him once. Here we go. And he'll bury it the second time. And now it's 3-3. Unreal. Unreal. All right. This time he just buries it, buries it to the left, catches Fry. Going the opposite direction. Here's Danny Leyva. Who kisses the ball. Can Danny Leyva continue? Seattle's 3 for 3. Here's Leyva. Here we go. And he's right down the middle. It's 4 for 4. Leyva's got something to say to Clark as he's walking away. Is that a rat tail? Hell yeah. Clark has got a rat tail. Nice. That was a nice play. That was a nice kick right there by Leyva. 4-3 Seattle. Here comes Sebas for the Dynamo. We are on the 4th round of a shootout. Here we go. Sebas. And he scores. 4-4. Like it's seriously like with every right-footed kicker, they're always going to go to the left. Seriously, like only twice on the re-kick Did they go to the, did they, oh, excuse me, they go to the right. Did they go to the left? So here comes Raul Ruidiaz. Round 5. Something's got to give. As Ruidiaz reties his boots. Here we go. Hikes up his socks. The Peruvian. This rep is all over the map. Yes, we are ready for round 5. As he instructs Clark to go back to his goal line. Here we go. We are ready. Backing up is Ruidiaz. Here we go. And he buries it. He goes left underneath the arm of Clark. And so now Seattle's got a 5-4 lead. Oh, and Clark actually got a little piece of it too. But in it goes. Is that Steris? Looks like it might be Steris taking this kick. Let's see if Fry can take care of this one. Here we go. Oh, and he gets it under a diving Stefan Fry, and we are 5-5 after 5 rounds. Stefan Fry almost got it. But almost is only good in horseshoes and hand grenades. Just under the diving Fry. So now it'll be Georgie Monongo for the Sounders. Can the Sounders win it, or is it going to be the Dynamo? That dude's got a weird eye. Anyway, here we go. Here's Georgie. Oh, he buries it. 6-5 Seattle. This thing is drama-filled. Which goalkeeper is going to make the stop? It should have been Stefan Fry, but they took that away. All right. Sounders are arm in arm. Can we get it? Here comes Reigns. All righty, young man. This is a big moment for you to send this, to an extra round, or it's all over. No pressure. No pressure, no pressure, no pressure, no pressure. Oh, and he flings it in underneath the crossbar, but it goes in. What a goal kick. What a penalty. 6-6 is Reigns. Ooh. Yeah, he clanged it in off the top, underneath the on the underside of the crossbar. It goes in. We go to round 7. That'll be Obed Vargas, Mexican national, or the Mexican international. The Alaskan native. Here we go. Obed. Oh, and it goes in. Obed Vargas. And Clark got a piece of it, but it goes underneath the arm. (7-6) Seattle. Oh, and Seattle was so fortunate there. Here comes Schmidt. The incredible Kimmy Schmidt. I don't think that's his name, but he's a lefty. Here we go. Here's Schmidt. Oh, it's over. Stephon Fry makes an unbelievable save. What a save by Stephon Fry. And the Sounders will advance in a shootout. Oh, good effing Lord. That was amazing. So the season will come to an end for the Houston Dynamo. They put up a good one, though. They put up a good one. Seattle took the lead in the 88th minute, only for Houston to equalize 4 minutes later. They have 8 minutes of stoppage time and then a shootout. And I'll give Houston all the credit in the world, man. That was, they played that thing tough, man. They really did. Full credit to the Houston Dynamo. They did well. But unfortunately, there has to be a winner. And tonight it was Seattle. They advance. They will take on the winner of LAFC Vancouver. And, man, oh man. So, tall task in front of them, 100%. Weird. So, anyways, fantastic match tonight. There's going to be, there's a lot of work for the Sounders to do. All the way around. If LAFC should advance tonight, for the Sounders, I mean, they've lost 4 in a row this year to LAFC, and none of them were closely fought losses. I mean, they LAFC blew the doors off to Seattle this year, so that's a tall task, man. And congratulations, I guess, for getting past Houston. Houston gave them everything, but man, oh man, it was not a pretty sight. So, that's the thing, man. I hate shootouts. I really do. I've never liked shootouts, and yeah, man, I've just never liked them. And it's a bad way to lose. I'd rather lose. I'd rather lose an extra time. Let the players decide it. A shootout's just a bad way to go, man. So anyway, that was a great time, man. I'm glad you guys stopped by. We'll be back for some more MLS live streams as we get closer to the MLS Cup final. Oh, by the way, so because YouTube and the whole copyright stuff, I'm actually going to show broadcasts on my Patreon. So go over to the Twitter feed. There'll be a link to the Patreon at Stateside Footy on X, and look out for that, because I'm going to have links to broadcasts on the Patreon where it's not just going to be my pretty face, but it's also going to be my pretty face and the actual game. I'm going to show it. YouTube is a little iffy about that, so look out for that. And we'll be doing some MLS playoff action live streams on the Patreon account. It's not going to be expensive. As a matter of fact, it's probably going to be like, what, $2, $2.25. So look out for that. I want to thank everybody for stopping by tonight, man. It's been fun. We'll do this again. I hope you guys have a great evening. Take care. Good night.